During the 1980s, Suzuki sought to demonstrate that it was also capable of engineering a muscle bike that could dominate the asphalt. Thus, the Madura 1200 emerged, a ferocious B-engine, an avant-garde design, and a rebellious demeanor. They turned it into one of the most radical bikes of its time. But why did this beast fade into oblivion while others became legends? Today, we revisit the story of the Suzuki Madura 1200, the muscle bike that dared to challenge them all and paid the price. In the early 1980s, the realm of large motorcycles was thoroughly dominated by American cruisers, with Harley-Davidson reigning as the undisputed queen. These were imposing and heavy motorcycles, featuring a classic design that evoked the rebellious spirit inherent in motorcycling. However, Honda, with its perpetual obsession for innovation, conceived an idea that seemed as if it were straight out of a laboratory experiment. What if we integrated a superbike engine into a cruiser? Thus, the Honda Magna made its grand entrance onto the scene in 1982, a motorcycle that thoroughly shattered all the conventional molds by effortlessly merging the comfort and ease of a cruiser with the high performance of a sport bike. Its 750cc V engine delivered power and acceleration that had never been witnessed before in a motorcycle of this particular kind. But most importantly, it opened the door to a new segment: muscle bikes. Motorcycles designed to offer an aggressive and wild experience in a straight line. However, in 1985, Yamaha decided that if anyone was going to rewrite the rules, it would be them. And thus emerged the Yamaha VMAX 1200, a machine that truly elevated the concept of a muscle bike to the extreme, with a V engine boasting 1198 cubic centimeters and an impressive 145 horsepower. It exceeded the Magna in raw power. Consequently, it transformed into the motorcycle to overcome in stoplight-to-stoplight competitions. The battle was officially declared. However, this is precisely where Suzuki enters the scene, observing from the shadows while Honda and Yamaha engaged in this monumental clash of titans. Suzuki, never one to merely stand by and observe, determined it was the opportune moment to enter the fray. Consequently, in the year 1985, they unveiled their contender in the realm of muscle motorcycles, the Suzuki Madura. Featuring a sturdy and forward-thinking design, the Madura was available in two variants, 700 and 1200 cubic centimeters, each equipped with V engines engineered to compete directly with the Honda Magna and the Yamaha VMAX. Suzuki not only wanted to join the war, it wanted to win it. And with an agile chassis, a shaft drive, and a brutal power delivery, the Madura had all the tools to do it. Thus, with the Honda Magna dominating the marketplace, the Yamaha VMAX pushing the boundaries of speed, and the Suzuki Madura entering as the third formidable competitor, an iconic rivalry was ignited. A battle of power and acceleration with only one question: who had the ultimate muscle bike? The GB700 Madura offered a V engine with 699 cubic centimeters and 82 horsepower. Engineered to adhere to the stringent import regulations of the United States, particularly the well-known tariff for motorcycles exceeding 700 cubic centimeters that favored Harley-Davidson, yet without sacrificing the aggressive and bold character of its larger sibling. However, the GB1200 Madura was equipped with a B engine boasting 1156 cubic centimeters and delivering 116 horsepower. It stood as the genuine contender against the Honda Magna B and the Yamaha VMAX, offering fierce acceleration and an instantaneous response to the throttle. On a technical aspect, Suzuki made the decision to incorporate a shaft drive configuration similar to the Magna, yet with a chassis geometry that rendered it more stable when traveling at elevated velocities. Its adaptable rear suspension system and weight distribution rendered it a surprisingly nimble motorcycle for its overall size. Nonetheless, the design of the Madura was, shall we say, quite controversial. While the Honda Magna had smoother and more elegant lines and the Yamaha VMAX looked like a rocket on wheels, the Madura opted for a more industrial style. Square geometrical shapes, as if an individual had meticulously designed the motorcycle using a ruler rather than a pencil. A substantial and angularly shaped gas tank, which some individuals remarked resembled a brick securely mounted upon the chassis. A tall and level seat design that provided a distinct riding posture in comparison to its competitors. Some individuals referred to it as the most unattractive muscle motorcycle, while others claimed it possessed a forward-thinking appearance for its era. The reality is, its visual appeal was not universally appreciated. However, when you ventured onto the road and accelerated with full throttle, all discussions regarding its looks became secondary. The Madura wasn't made to win beauty contests. It was built to make the asphalt shake beneath it. The Madura 1200 was definitely not sluggish. Equipped with its liquid-cooled B engine, it provided power in a more gradual manner compared to the Yamaha VMAX and boasted greater torque at lower revolutions than the Honda Magna. This particular characteristic rendered it a motorcycle with exceptional performance capabilities in urban environments and on winding roads, where the immediate throttle response facilitated acceleration from 0 to 100 km per hour in approximately 3.5 seconds. A maximum velocity of approximately 215 km per hour, placing it on equal footing with the swiftest motorcycles of that time period. A significantly greater torque output delivered at lower revolutions, which made it considerably more usable in typical driving conditions. A weight of approximately 265 kilograms, making it somewhat lighter than the VMAX, yet heavier than the Magna. A shaft drive mechanism akin to the Magna Wave, which significantly reduced the need for maintenance and enhanced durability during extended journeys. If we undertake a comparison of these three formidable machines, we will come to the realization that the VMAX was considerably more radical and brutal at elevated revolutions due to its boost system, which augmented the airflow and fuel delivery to the cylinders commencing at 6,000 RPM. Nevertheless, this characteristic made it more challenging to control and less comfortable for prolonged trips or everyday usage. The Magna was significantly more refined, featuring a notably more balanced power delivery and a considerably more relaxed riding position. Although it was considerably more user-friendly for the typical rider, it lacked the explosive nature and aggressiveness of the Madura, or the VMAX. The Madura 1200 was strategically positioned at an intermediate point with remarkable acceleration, yet without the uncontrolled punch of the VMAX or the exceptionally smooth nature of the Magna. This motorcycle possessed its own advantages and disadvantages. One of its notable positive aspects was the remarkable power with torque at lower revolutions, which made it exceptionally quick in recoveries. A more stable and robust chassis than the VMAX, providing enhanced control in curves, and one of its downsides was the contentious design with angular shapes that did not captivate the public, resulting in less prestige compared to the VMAX and the Magna, which adversely affected its sales. Suzuki's limited promotion didn't give it the commercial push Honda and Yamaha had with their muscle bikes. Practically, the Suzuki Madura 1200 was a beast in acceleration, offering remarkable straight-line performance. However, its aesthetics, ergonomics, and fierce competition with Honda and Yamaha prevented it from achieving the success it deserved. Despite being a powerful and fast motorcycle, the Suzuki Madura faced several obstacles that doomed it from the start. The primary issue was that it made its entrance quite late to the gathering. By the year 1985, the Yamaha VMAX had already become the undisputed monarch of the muscle bike category. Its V-bus system and bold, aggressive design turned it into an immediate icon. Meanwhile, the Honda Magna, although less radical, continued to sell well thanks to its combination of power and comfort. Suzuki, with less experience in this niche and without a solid marketing strategy, failed to capture the public's attention. Similarly, even though the Madura was certainly a beast, it failed to convince motorcyclists with its overall appearance. And in a marketplace where image was absolutely crucial, the Madura simply lacked the visual appeal that potential buyers were seeking. By the year 1986, the government of the United States implemented a significant 45% tariff on Japanese motorcycles that were over 700 cubic centimeters in engine capacity. This strategic measure was intended to safeguard Harley-Davidson, which at that particular time was teetering on the brink of bankruptcy due to the substantial influx of more technologically advanced and less expensive Japanese motorcycles flooding the market. This directly affected the heavy 1200 Madura, especially considering that the United States marketplace was its main destination. Due to the increased price resulting from the imposed tariffs, sales significantly declined, and Suzuki was compelled to remove it from the catalog in under 2 years. Although it had the potential to be a strong competitor, the combination of poor marketing strategy, controversial design, and trade barriers prevented the Madura from ever achieving the success of its rivals. The Suzuki Madura stayed on the market for just 2 years. By 1986, Suzuki pulled it from the catalog, marking its commercial failure. While the Honda Magna and Yamaha VMAX kept evolving, the Madura was mostly forgotten. But beware, although the Madura was a commercial failure, it doesn't mean it didn't leave a mark. It was Suzuki's attempt to enter the world of muscle bikes, and even though they didn't succeed, they proved they could make a brutally powerful B engine. It eventually became a cult classic bike. Few people remember it, but those who own it treasure it as a rare gem from the 80s. It showed that the muscle bike fight wasn't just between Yamaha and Honda. Suzuki wanted to get into the fight, and although it lost, it left its mark. Nowadays, finding a Madura in good condition is difficult, but there are still enthusiasts who restore and keep this bike alive. If you have any curiosity about one of its formidable competitors, the Honda Magna, please click on this video, and we shall see you there.